What up YouTube, we're back with the eyebrow design tutorial. I'm gonna make the introduction quick. We're gonna start off with doing 316 to lower down the length of the eyebrow to make it easier to carve. The shorter the hairs are, it's way easier for you to do the design with the trimmer. Now right here we're doing the one and a half because I saw that the hairs were too long. Sometimes people have a really thick hair. So now we're gonna start off by carving the design. And this is a complete freestyle straight off the dome. I was trying to do a Fendi design on the other side of the eyebrow, but it was way too hard, so I just freestyled it from here. So we placed our first lines, and now I'm taking out all the hairs to get that line nice and crispy. When it comes to eyebrow designs, every little detail matters. So every little hair, because you're working in a small little area, so every hair is going to count. So now we're razoring in the lines to make it crispy. And I only use the plucker when I have little hairs that are hard to reach with the blade. Always pull the skin when you do eyebrow designs, because if you don't pull the skin, the blade is really sharp, and when you pull the skin, the surface becomes nice and tight, and the blade glides a little bit faster and easier. So now what we're doing, we're just cleaning up the whole eyebrow with all the lines we did with the straight blade. That way the eyebrow looks nice and sharp. And this is a freestyle, so sometimes I get stuck and I just start cleaning the eyebrow. That way more ideas flow into it. So now we're cleaning all the lines, making sure they're all nice and straight and symmetrical. Now we start fading. We start fading the corner of the brow. CG Fades always has to implement some type of fade in the design. And we're using the corners to make sure we don't use a full blade, because sometimes you're gonna fade out hairs that you don't want. Now we slap on the 116 and we continue fading and notice how I'm just using the last three teeth of the blade. That way we focus on that little area. Now we use the one and a half to blend into that darkness. That way when we apply some paint, some enhancements, you just apply it on the dark spot. That way the design pops a little bit more. And the blade couldn't get those little hairs right there, so I'm gonna use the pluckers. Now I go back and make sure all those lines are crispy. I get all those little speckles at the bottom. That way the fade contrasts more from light to dark. And notice I'm only using the corner still. We come back to clean up all the lines, make sure they're nice and straight. And when it comes to eyebrow designs, it's literally all in the details. So throughout this whole video, you're gonna see me detail a lot, come back to it. I'll take pictures of it with my phone, look at it, and if some lines are crooked, then I'll come back to it again, because every detail matters, and that's how you get some crazy designs. And if you notice, the eyebrow isn't completely full because I brought it down to 1.5. So we're gonna use some paint, that way the design pops. And I'm using Kiss Express, and it lasts like 1 to 3 days, depending on how much I use. And we're back to detailing. Detail using and right here I decided to do a fade on the other side of the eyebrow. That way it flows a little bit more, because originally I have done it on the left side, and then I felt like there was still too much hair on the eyebrow. So now we're doing it on the right side. That way it balances, and the middle part is the only part with no fade, so it just keeps it kind of balanced. And it's gonna make the design pop when when I put more enhancement. Now we're using our 116 to fade the rest. And on this side, the hair grows different. It grows up, so you have to fade down. So use another technique. Instead of fading up, you're fading down. If you guys found some value in this video and learned something, please share, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.